Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee, and today I'm going to be kicking off the 2023 version of the TBR in review series that I do here on my channel. So in 2021, I started this by making a video for each year previous that I still had books on my TBR, physical TBR from. So I had books from as far back as I believe 2016, maybe 2015, and some unknown books. So I would make a video for 2016, pull out all those books, talk about them, I show you them, get suggestions on if they held up, if I should read them, if they were worth it. And also it was a way of, in a sort of Marie Kondo style way, pulling the books off and having to put them back on and just seeing the volume of books and how long I had had them. And then in 2022, I kind of improved the system by comparing how many books I still had from each year to the next year and seeing if I had eliminated any, what was, happening there, and just sort of exploring what had changed in the past year. If I was still interested in these longer books that were languishing on my TBR any longer, and kind of just comparing the years. Now, this year is the third year that we're doing this, and we're going to approach this even differently, or slightly differently. I'm going to do basically the same thing. I'm going to pull the books off the shelf, talk through them, compare what I had to last year, but this year I did a much better job of keeping track of what I have left versus what I had the year before. Last year, I think I only gave you numbers in how many books I had read, unhauled, etc. Now I have a list of each year and what happened to those books in the past year if I did attempt to read them or whatever. So today I am going to do, since this is like the kickoff video, I am going to include the 2016 books, and I only had 5 remaining on my TBR last year when I did this. So I am going to just talk through these. This is also going to help me because I have had a lot of these books posted on Pango for a bit if I did decide to get rid of them in the past year. So I'm kind of also looking at if I have any of these books left as things that I have still listed on Pango. I think I'm going to donate them somewhere to continue like the clearing out vibes that this has really made me do. So let's jump into the 5 books that I had on my TBR from 2016 that I had purchased in 2016. They weren't necessarily books that were published in 2016. These are the 5 books that I had left on my TBR from 2016. The first was Cold Magic, and this was by Kate Elliott, I believe. This was a DNF for me. I read the first few pages, first couple of chapters, didn't get along with the writing style. It felt very predictable. It immediately felt like it was going to be something that was like a 3-star read, and I just DNF'd it and unhauled it. The next one was The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Hellig, and this is one that was sort of just a decision for me that I have not read a whole lot of YA fantasy in the last couple of years. I mean, I've read some, and this book is still one that I think I might explore at some point, but I didn't want it on my shelves anymore. I just wasn't as interested in it as I had been when I picked it up originally, and I just decided that I was going to unhaul it, and if I wanted to read it, I would borrow it from the library or Scribd or something like that. But it was just something that didn't pique my interest anymore. The third was Shadow of the Wolf, and this was a DNF as well. Now you're sensing a theme here, and it will continue. Shadow of the Wolf was by Tim Hall, I believe. They're all gone at this point. I'll try to have covers up here for you. But this was a retelling of Robin Hood. Robin Hood? Yes, Robin Hood, and it was a lot darker and a lot just a lot worse than I anticipated. It was this sounded really interesting when I read the description of it, that it was a retelling of Robin Hood with a sort of magical twist, and the writing style was just way not my style. It was very explainy, and I felt like the whole time it just didn't make any sense. The premise didn't seem to make sense. The sort of Marianne character, or Maid Marian character, was sort of this like manic pixie dream girl sort of style, and it just didn't work for me. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the the Not Like Other Girls vibes and the sort of nonsensical way that we had gotten to this point. So I DNF'd this. It's also gone. Then we had Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan, and this was the first in the Apollo series, and I just didn't like this. I didn't like Apollo as a character, and at this point in my life, some middle grade works for me and some isn't written for me, and it just doesn't. So that was what happened with this. This was another just unhaul because I wasn't interested. And then the last one was The Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, and this was one that I had tried to read several times before and just insisted that I was going to like it at some point because a lot of people liked it. However, this is like multifaceted for me. I didn't like some of the things that Jay Kristoff was doing himself, and also I couldn't get into this book. I tried so hard to get into this, and I tried so hard to kind of connect with the character, and I just couldn't. I couldn't connect with the main character, and also the footnotes were driving me absolutely crazy. I couldn't get along with the writing style and the like format style with the footnotes and everything. So this just wasn't for me. So this was also a DNF and an unhaul. So out of the 5 books that were still left on my shelves from 2016, I DNF'd or unhauled all 5. So that was an experience. The 2017 books and other books in this process have gone a lot better. But yeah, the 2016 books were just things that obviously I might have been interested at the time, but over time my excitement and interest and reading tastes changed. So they are gone. That is the end of the 2016 books. And yeah, so that is one year eliminated. I am really hoping to eliminate everything before 2019 this year, including the books that are unknown books that I don't know when I purchased or when I added them to my shelves. So that would be 4 shelves, years, whatever, eliminated. So 2016 was one, so that is a great, right off the bat, done. This was something I really concentrated on last year, trying these and getting them off my shelf. So we will see where 2017 goes, but each month I'm going to have one of these. So you'll see one of these kind of recap videos each month. If you have any thoughts or feelings or opinions about any of this, I'd love to chat about it down below. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!